When it comes to narcissistic people, you can have the grandiose narcissist that's looking to play the hero and gain the admiration from those around them. And you can have the fragile, the vulnerable, the victim narcissist who is going to play the victim to gain sympathetic attention from those around them. And there's no hard and fast rules to this. You can have a grandiose narcissist that is willing to play the victim and a victim narcissist that's willing to play the grandiose. It all depends what image they're trying to sell those around them, what illusion they're selling to those around them to get the responses, the attention, the desired outcome that that individual narcissistic person needs. They're willing to morph into whatever character they need at any given time to work reality into their favour. One way a narcissistic person will do this is by triangulating those around them. With triangulation, a narcissist is covertly going to manipulate those around them into not seeing that the narcissist is simply playing people off against each other. Playing people off against each other so that the narcissist can divide people, so that the narcissist can conquer. Narcissistic people look to gossip about others behind their backs, to exclude people from family, to exclude people from friends, so that people can't find the truth out about that narcissist's true character. A narcissist is looking to divide and conquer. They're looking to get people to disagree with each other, to take the narcissist's side. They're looking to get people to dislike each other and take the narcissist's side. Or a narcissist is simply looking for people to fight over the narcissist so that the narcissist can feel superior and special. And it's a reality that the narcissist is creating not only for themselves but for those around them. You often get this with parents and siblings, narcissistic parents and the siblings of the children of the narcissist, where they will pit them against each other to get them to fight for the narcissistic parent's attention. You will get this with a narcissist and their partners, because they usually most often have more than one, not always. But when they move on to a new source of supply, they might be looking to get both sources of supply to fight over the narcissist. They'll be telling the ex that they just need a bit of space, they just need a bit of time. And they'll be telling the new supply how terrible the ex has treated them. So the ex is trying to keep things alive with the narcissist, not realising the narcissist has someone new, or the games that the narcissistic person is playing. They're changing and trying to adapt and trying to please and agree with the narcissist because the narcissist just needs a little time. And the new supply doesn't recognise this. The narcissist will be telling the new supply that the ex is obsessed and will not leave them alone. And look, they're messaging me yet again, to get the new supply to think that there's something special about the narcissistic person because the ex wants them oh so badly. Yet at the same time, they'll be recommending that the new supply blocks the ex on everything so that the ex can't inform the new supply of the truth, at least not until the narcissist has spun their web of lies of how crazy the ex will be. So when the ex does try, the ex isn't believed. So a narcissist will tell a new source of supply that the ex is obsessed, the ex is desperately wanting to get back together, the ex can't let them go, the ex is going to go all out to try and ruin the relationship. So when the ex comes to warn the new supply, when they figure out what's going on, it looks like the ex is trying to ruin the new relationship. Narcissistic people flex. They falsify truth. They bend the truth to fit a reality, to fit a narrative that best serves the narcissist. They falsify information by lying between parties so that they can evade exposure for what they're actually doing to those people. So a narcissist might kill two birds with one stone, where they will have the ex and the new supply both fighting over the narcissistic person. They will do this with their children. They will praise one child so much and scapegoat another child, so that the scapegoat takes the fall for the narcissistic parent's behaviour, while the golden child can't recognise what the narcissist is doing to both children. It's often the scapegoat that can recognise it, which is why they're being scapegoated, they're being blamed and shamed, so that the narcissist isn't exposed. They're killing two birds. A narcissist is usually trying to get all those around them to work harder to please the narcissist, give the narcissist what the narcissist wants, because people can see what's happening to a scapegoat, but they can't always fully understand why. We have that naivety to things that we haven't lived or haven't experienced or haven't learned about. So we can see what happens to these scapegoats, and we don't want that happening to us because it looks painful. Yet the narcissist twists it in such a way that it's the scapegoat's fault. So we fawn to the narcissist's behaviour to avoid becoming the narcissist's next scapegoat. Narcissists triangulate to recruit reinforcements from those around them. So if a narcissistic person doesn't see their own children, reality to most people is the narcissist doesn't see their own children. However, they're going to twist the blame onto somebody else, be it the children's or the parent, the court system, the social system. They're going to twist the blame. Narcissists do not take responsibility for their behaviour. They find somebody else to take the blame for their behaviour. So reality is they don't see their children, but they come at people with these sob stories and these pity plays that are highly believable. And as in some cases, narcissistic people can gain control of the children to hurt an ex, it's difficult to see which one is telling the truth, which is why we have to look for patterns of behaviour within those people to recognise who is the toxic one and who is the one that's trying to be protective. A narcissist will ignore their own children and then play the victim to those around them to gain sympathetic attention. Or a narcissist will take their children, they'll sink the ex into absolute depths of despair and depression. They will take the children and then they'll play the grandiose hero of how they've rescued the children. Which you'll often find a genuine person, no matter what, is still trying to find a way for those children to see both parents and to let the children make their own minds up. Not in all cases, it varies from case to case. When it comes to a narcissist recruiting reinforcement, they're going to gossip, they're going to lie, they're going to get people to sympathise with the narcissist and turn against whoever the narcissist is lying about, so that the narcissist can gain enablers and flying monkeys to help with the narcissist's vendetta against another person, to help exclude somebody from either a family circle, a friendship circle, a work circle. Narcissistic people are looking to shirk off all forms of responsibility by blaming someone else, and if it's all possible, gaining enablers to help defend the narcissist, support the narcissist, gaining flying monkeys to do the narcissist's dirty work for them. A narcissist might do splitting, where they're going to extract some form of information from one person. So they might go up to you and say, oh, so-and-so, they don't like you very much. They've said this about you. And they've literally made up a random lie. You might then naturally want to defend yourself, or you might naturally feel hurt and say something in retaliation to what you've been told, which is then a truth because you said it. A narcissist is then going to go to that third person and say, oh, they said this about you. But they're going to leave out the lie that the narcissist told you in the first place to get that reaction, that retaliation from you. And then they're going to stir the pot. They're going to mix it up. What they say, they're going to come and tell you. And they're going to divide people off so that the narcissist can control the narrative between those people, control the reality between those people. So those people can't come together and communicate and find out what the narcissist is truly up to. Narcissists will gossip a lot to gain reactions, to get people to gossip with them, so that then those who've gossiped with them feel bad. And they do it in such a way that you almost feel compelled to feel bad for them. So because you're feeling bad for them, you feel compelled to support them by talking poorly of how another person has treated the narcissist, even though the other person hasn't treated the narcissist in that way. The narcissist is just making stuff up, bending the truth to gain that sympathetic attention. Flirt and deny is a classic one that a narcissistic person will do. A narcissist will flirt purposefully in front of somebody, and some people can just have flirtatious personalities and you can still trust them. You can still communicate with them. If something made you feel uncomfortable, you can say, hey, that made me feel a little bit ew, and they would validate your feelings. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. I'll not take it to that extreme again. Or if someone says, you know what I'm like, and you feel uncomfortable around what they're like, that's time to step away from that person, because you're not there to change them and they're not there to change for you. We have to accept people for who they are, which is very difficult because narcissistic people don't let you know who they are. They sell you an illusion of who they can be. They imitate you and the things that you like, and you believe them to be genuine, and then once they've got you where they want you, they change the game on you. They devalue you, they put you down, they make you feel worthless, they make you question yourself, they make you feel crazy, and then they accuse you of being the crazy one. So they will flirt in front of somebody, and then when you go and ask them about this, they're going to accuse you of being jealous, of insecure, hung up on your past, having trust issues. They're going to go all out to fail to take responsibility for their behaviour and pass the blame on to you so that you feel less than. Whereas a flirtatious person, they might be a flirtatious person, but they're going to validate your feelings. They're going to try and make you feel better. Narcissistic people will go all out to make you feel worse. When you go to discuss your feelings with somebody and you come away feeling worse, they're not the kind of person you want to be discussing feelings with. You need to be processing your own feelings on what they are teaching you and stepping away from that person. Narcissists don't just flirt and deny with partners. Narcissistic parents, they will pick up one child, they will treat one child, and then if the other child isn't conforming to the narcissist's demands, they will showboat their behaviour to that other child to get the other child to work harder to please the narcissist, or to get the child to dislike their sibling, to, again, play people off against each other. Bosses can do this in a work environment. They can treat one co-worker so well to get the other co-workers to dislike that co-worker, to split people apart from each other. So flirt and deny isn't just in intimate relationships. Narcissistic people will pay a certain amount of people so much attention to gain enablers again, while splitting them off from those who could potentially expose the narcissist's lies. Exclusion, which is when a narcissist is just going to exclude people. A narcissistic person might go all out with their stepchildren, while ignoring their biological children, while claiming that it's the other parent's fault, the court's fault, the social worker's fault. So the image they're selling by being there for the stepchildren shows them as a genuine parent, yet in reality, they're not. You'll often find that to the outside world, they'll sell that image, yet on the inside, when you reflect back on things, you can see that more often than not, you're the one that's left picking up the pieces. If they do see their own children, at some point when they bring those children around, they leave you to be the babysitter while they continue doing whatever it is they're doing. Once they've sold you that illusion, once they've got you where they want you, they change the game on you. Yet they devalue you in a way to get you to question yourself and not them. So if you no longer want to put up with their behaviour of them having their own children, and then you're the one that's looking after their children for them, and you question this, they're going to then sulk, they're going to then fall silent, they're going to then claim that the ex would have done it for them to get you to feel guilty for not taking responsibility for what they should be responsible for. They're not going to take responsibility. They're going to try and guilt trip you into taking responsibility for their responsibilities. You can be at a family event and the narcissistic family member can just completely ignore you, just leave you out of the conversation. You can be sat around a table and they can just move the chair slightly so that their back's to you, just so that you feel out of it, because they've kind of created the atmosphere that you're out of it by turning the back just slightly, not enough for people to notice, but slightly. And every time you try to speak, they're going to humiliate you in some way. And it might be a method that those around you can't see, but they're doing it to shut you down, to shut you up. And then they'll tell those people how sulky you are, how miserable you are, how little you speak, so that they're gaining sympathetic attention from the other family members while singling you out, while excluding you. Friendship groups can also do this. They can arrange something and leave one person out of the arrangement. Now, they might not inform that person until after the event, or they might get flying monkeys to inform before the event to make you feel left out. And you're going to feel left out because you're being left out. It's normal to feel excluded when people are excluding you. And narcissists look to devalue you so that you question yourself. As you take responsibility for your behaviour, it's natural to question yourself. And narcissistic people rely on this so that you're not questioning them. When it comes to people who talk badly of others, who gossip about others, who fear you speaking to somebody, if you are dealing with people that exclude you, that make you feel bad for being you, then you have to make the difficult choice. And it can be difficult when it's your family. It can be difficult when you have children with them. It can be difficult when you've been with them for several years. It can be difficult when it's that childhood friend, that cousin you grew up with. You have to make a choice to step away from those who continue to create chaos and drama within your life. Life is chaotic enough without having those who claim to care about us making it more so. We need to get our own lives in order by sifting through and removing those who talk badly of others to us, who talk badly towards others about us. They're not the kind of people you want in your life. The people you want in life are people who are going to be supportive of you, not the people who are going to bring you down, sabotage you, make you feel worse. It's difficult walking away, and you do have to be careful with those who lack empathy. However, it's worth it. Sometimes we have to face that short-term pain for the long-term gain, because when we are around them and we're in pain, if we don't do something, that pain is going to continue in the long term. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is in the video description. If you're looking for further information and understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.